Bryan here, and I'm going to show you kind of a walkthrough of how I put together this travel mini album for Crafternoon. It's super easy to put together, and I'm just going to kind of show you my process and a few fun ways to fill up your book. So whenever I want to create a mini album or a travel album, the first thing I do is just kind of gather my supplies. This is the easiest way, I think, for me to get started. So here I just have some of the kit labels and tags and journaling cards. Here I have the travel album, and then here I have some photos. When I print my photos for my albums, as you'll see here, I like to have a bunch of different sizes of photos. So here I have some 4x6s, 6x6s, and these are like 6x8, roughly kind of the size of the album. So I just like to have various size photos for my book. It keeps it just a little bit different than just same size album or same size photos. So that's kind of the way I start with my book. The next thing that I did was stamp the title, or a title and travel dates, on the little flag that's on the cover. So this album is for Barcelona, Spain. So I did Barcelona, Spain using my ink and alpha stamps that I purchased at the craft store, and added the dates with a roller stamp right there. The next thing I do after I've done the cover is go ahead and punch holes in any of the larger photos that I want to add directly into my album. So these 6x8 photos that are roughly the same size as my book, I'm going to punch holes in them and add them into my album. And one thing I like to do is kind of create a page just using photos. So when you do that, you're going to punch holes on through both pictures. You just want to make sure that your page is set up like it would be when you're flipping through the book. So you want to make sure that you're punching the holes on the right side of the page. So for instance, if I punch both holes on this left side, I won't be able to put them back to back. So when I'm doing this, I usually just stack my photos back to back, just like they would be in the book. And then I'm using a hole punch tool here, and I'm just going to line up and punch my holes. And this first picture already had holes in it. If you did not have holes in your picture yet, you could always pull out one of the pages from your book and just use that as an example. So that's the next part to do, is just any large photos that you want to add, go ahead and punch holes in the edges, and then you can pop them in your book, and then you kind of have an extra page in your album of photos. Usually my next step is to go through and create all my inside pages. So I use the page as a guide and then add my photos and journaling or anything extra onto a page from there. So for this page that has these two Polaroid squares, I just trimmed out 2 photos. They're going to fit perfectly in these boxes, roughly perfectly. And I just kind of covered the open squares there. And then when you flip the page, it looks like it's a Polaroid in the album. So I'm just going to add these 2 pictures using my adhesive right into the boxes, just kind of covering up that center open box there. And for this page, I used my alpha stamps again and wrote the location where we were. And then for this bottom one, I'm going to add one of the little kit tags. This says Wanderlust. I'm just going to bend it a little bit, give it a little bit of dimension. I'm just going to add it right there at the bottom of the photo. And then over here, I used one of the tabs, used my stapler and just stapled it to the side, so it adds it a little bit of dimension. This one here I just had a little tag that I punched holes in. This is also from the kit contents. Just punch a little hole, and it kind of floats in between the 2 pages. So the next step in your process is to create your pages, go through your book, and add your photos and your memorabilia. Now that I've added in photos, I like to go back and add in some journaling cards that go along with my photos. So for these, I typed here using my typewriter and then also hand wrote a couple and then just a shipping tag that I had. So I just go through and type or add my journaling, and then what I'll do is go in and add it into my page. So for this one, over here, I think I'm just going to use a little bit of some washi tape that I have. Add it into my page there. I think I'm going to take a couple little tags and add it in here into the book. So then here I can write the date. Let's look at these dates again. And then write that date in the book, and then you have your journaling that you've added into the book. So I like to add mine as I'm kind of making my pages, and some of them I'll add in after as well. And I like to add a little mix of typed as well as handwritten journaling. Another fun thing to do is to create a flip out photo pocket or flip out photo page, and the journal comes with this super fun fold out page here. So I thought it would be fun to use a couple of photos on this page, and you'll see like a little peek of the photos, and then I think I might add this one to the inside here with a journaling card. So I'm just going to use my adhesive and here these trip photos onto the page, and with two together it looks like almost one big photo. And then over here I think I'm going to put this one right over here, and then that'll leave me a little room to find a journaling card in my stash. So I'm just going to slide this one. Let's put my adhesive on there. I'm going to slide that journaling card in there, and that's going to give me a little place to add my handwritten notes about the trip. So for that, it gives you a little flip out page, and I think I'm going to grab some just alphabet stickers and then add a title going down this side just to give it a little bit more personality. But that's a fun way to add in extra photos in your book. Along the same lines as the fold out little page right there of photos, a fun way to add in your photos into your book is creating a flip out photo page, or using washi tape or sewing to give a edge to your page, and it allows you to flip your page out kind of in this sense. So for this one, I went over to my sewing machine, and right here along the right edge I lined up my photo and I sewed just straight down the paper and the photo. And that just adhered the two together, but it left it open on this side where I also sewed together a tag here, and that lets me add in a little bit of journaling or extra stories in there. If you don't have a sewing machine, I'm just going to show you really quickly how you could do the exact same effect. Just grab a piece of washi tape, roughly the same length of your photo. Adhere the washi tape to the edge of your photo, overlapping the side of your page. Now take your washi and fold it over the edge of your page and adhere down, and that's going to connect that photo to your book using the washi tape. So if you have a sewing machine, I love to sew on all my projects. You can easily use that. If you don't have a sewing machine, then just grab out some tape and you can add it right along that edge and fold it over, and that gives you a fold out photo for extra journaling or even extra photos if you wanted to add it in here. Another fun thing to do with your photos is to create a pocket using 2 photos. So here I just have 2 4x4 photos, and they're exact same size. And you can use the same methods that I showed you here for creating this fold-out photo. You can either sew down the edge and adhere those 2 together, but you would sew around all 3 to create a pocket, or you can use washi tape to create a pocket. So since I have my washi tape here, I'm just going to show you really quickly how to do that. So you just line up your photos and make sure that they are back to back instead of facing you stacked. So you just want to take your washi, and I'm just going to start with my bottom edge here. I'm going to flip it over just so I can make sure that I'm lining it up correctly. Okay, just take your washi, grab it with your finger, and just fold it over the edge. And then I usually take my sides and fold that in. And anything extra, I just peel off. So there you have the bottom side, and now you want to do the other sides. You want to do the right and the left side, leaving the top open for your pocket. So I'm just going to turn it to the side and do the same thing here on this side, folding over the bottom and tearing off the top just so I can get in a journaling card or something there. One more piece of washi over on this side, and I'm just going to tear off that little bit of extra there at the top. And using washi, you have a fun photo pocket. So as you can see here, I can just grab a journaling card and pop it right in the pocket. So you can do it that way, or here I again have used my sewing machine and sewed down the sides there to create the pocket at the top. And I'm just going to punch a hole in them when I get to that part of my album, and then just slide that photo right into the pocket with either a tag or a journaling card sticking out. And that'll be the perfect little place for some hidden journaling, and it just makes the album just fun to flip through and look at. So we all keep this, or at least probably most of us, end up keeping maps and tickets and all kinds of brochures and memorabilia from our trips. And what I like to do with my memorabilia is basically add it right in to my book. Occasionally I might use it as a page in my album and maybe stick a photo or something on there. But I like having the different sizes, and I like having just the texture of the things that we used on the trip in my album. So for this case, this is a map that we had on our trip, and I just punched holes that lined right up in my book, and I'm just going to add that right in there. And here I have my place for a journaling card. I can add that right into the book. Other fun things that you could do are, if you have like a hotel key or something along that line, you could always slip it right into a photo pocket like we made there just a second ago in the video, and just gives you a little bit of variety within your book, and just keeps it fun as people are flipping through in that case. So here I have all this extra memorabilia, and I'm just going to add it into my album, make it interesting, and I like to keep, you know, airline tickets and fun stuff like that, just to be a part of your book. So hang on to those and add those in as well. One more thing that I want to share with you before we're going to finish up these little videos. It's just another fun way to use the different items from the kit. So this is just a little tab that I punched out of my sheet. It's just one of these little tabs right here on the sheet. And it's just fun to add a little dimension and different elements within your book. So I'm just going to show you a couple things that I do. For this one, I just stamped on the tab right there, and I'm just going to use my stapler and just staple it right into the side of that page. Oh, except I didn't make it there. Let's try that again. There, he's in there now. Okay, so I like to add that there. Other items I like to pull out of my just supplies are binder clips and paper clips. So here I've used a binder clip to hold those photos. And then here I like to use paper clips and tags, anything that might add just a little more pizzazz to the album. All that done, your album should be getting nice and chunky and should be full of your vacation memories. Have different size pictures and memorabilia, makes it just really fun and interesting. Okay, so now that we went through all of those fun little techniques and tips for putting together your travel journal, I thought I would walk you through my finished travel journal. It's my cover with my stamped title and dates. Journaling card, I just used washi tape to adhere it down. This is one of those two-sided photos that I showed you how to create kind of a photo page in your book. And I used some of my alphabet stickers to create a title on that page. Here I used some of the kit labels and tags to add some journaling onto that photo. Photo here with a sticker right in the middle. That photo. Here I added a little Instax photo using some washi tape and a couple little stamps. A binder clip here, which it actually holds a map on the other side. Journaling card and sticker, and some type journaling here and some handwritten journaling just around the side there. I like to leave a little blank space in my journal. You could always fill it in with a photo if you had extra photos. Here's a brochure. This is the washi tape pocket I showed you. Journaling cards and a little journaling tag in there. This is the flip out photo, or the flip out page. I added a title using thickers down that side. And here are a couple different photos and a journaling card down here. On this side I added another photo with a few more thickers down here on this side. This is the page with the little Polaroid areas on there. I just added the photos, some little tags here and down here with some stamped journaling, and stapled a tag onto the side here. Same thing kind of as the front page, another journaling card using washi. This is another double-sided photo here with some of the stickers and little word stickers right there. Another two-sided photo page. This one is the flip out washi photo page. I did a little photo and a tag and just a couple of stamps that I had from my collection just to add a little bit to that page. Back side, a full page photo here, and another, this is a little sewn pocket, two-sided photo there. And I kind of left this page blank because I like this quote. I think it's fine to have blank pages in your album, especially when they have cool quotes like that on there. On the back side, I added a photo with some journaling and some more alpha stickers and a tag here. This one here is a map and just a tag, added some journaling on that one. And then kind of for the last photo of the album, I added just a Bon Voyage sticker here and just adhered that to that side of the page. So there we go, there we have it. That is my finished mini album. As you can see, it's full of fun pages and memories, and you could always add more or less, whatever you like. Thanks so much, guys.